Nearly 13 years ago, one Pitt County family's life changed forever.
What was unthinkable tragedy then is now being turned into a beacon of hope. I sat down with Christy Melvin to learn more about Jesse's Law.
Working on 13 years since my son was murdered. That night is a night I'll never forget.
It's a call no mother ever wants to pick up.
He was mad, he was fussing, he was cussing, he was, I'm gonna hurt you like you hurt me. He put my son on the phone, made my son tell me that he was going to die tonight. That is something that haunts me for the rest of it. It is gonna haunt me for the rest of my life.
1 month earlier in 2012, Christy Melvin filed for a divorce from her then husband, C.J. Adams.
I just agreed to the joint custody. We never actually made it to court. Once the day we signed those papers with the joint custody, almost exactly a month later was the night that he called me.
911. Yes, ma'am. My ex is threatening to kill himself and my son.
Then I heard a loud pop, and that was him shooting my son. He ended up getting off the phone, and he committed suicide.
The night that changed her life forever.
It altered the way I live. It altered my way of thinking. It altered everything. I had to learn to live again. I had to re-teach myself how to keep going.
Now she is keeping on going for her son, Jesse. A new bill called Jesse's Law is gaining momentum in the North Carolina General Assembly.
I got with my partner Veronica and we started Jesse's Law, which essentially to start with was trying to instill training for judges and court officials.
The law would create a study committee to figure out how to implement this training for officials during those custody battles.
All of the people that are dealing with the domestic violence in family court and abuse, making sure that they are adequately trained to understand what these families go through.
House Bill 896 passed through the North Carolina House in May, and it's now on to the state Senate. It does have bipartisan support.
As a community, as a state, we have to fight harder to protect our kids. I don't think anyone wants to listen to their child be terrified and then never see them again.
Since 2008, 21 children have died during custody battles in North Carolina. Jesse is just one of those. Melvin says one, though, is too many.
To me, every child I see is my child, and I'm gonna do what I can to protect that child.
Even though she no longer has her baby boy to hold, she knows this fight is keeping his legacy alive.
A piece of me is broken, so to speak. It's not there, it's hurt, but at the same time, a small little piece has been replaced because of that name, that bill. My baby's not dying in vain. I promised him he wouldn't die in vain, and now he's not.
Now, Jesse's Law is currently still sitting in the General Assembly. It has been referred to a committee in the state Senate. Christy is encouraging you to contact your local senators to ask them to push the bill forward in hopes of preventing something like this from ever happening again.